Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Kirby Superstar for Super Nintendo. We completed Milky Way Wishes in the last episode. We got all the abilities, we beat Marks. I tried to beat Marks without an ability, but I died like right there at the end. I tried. Not a bad try for somebody who hasn't played this game in so long, mind you. So I just got, decided, what, I'll just go ahead and use Yo-Yo and just finish them off. At least I showed off all of Marks' attacks. And by completing Spring Breeze, Dynablade, Great Cave Offensive, Revenge of Meta Knight, Milky Way Wishes, and of course Gourmet Race, we also got the Arena. I don't know if you need to play Spring Breeze and Gourmet Race to do that. I don't think you do, but I just played those because I could. What is the Arena, you ask? The final challenge. In his toughest battle yet, the Pink Wonder faces his strongest enemies. As I said at the end of the last video, this is the boss rush. And unlike the other modes, you don't have an intro. You don't have an introductory cutscene. So if you keep waiting, this is all you're going to see. All you need to do is just push start. You'll be in this awesome room with 2 lifts that looks like something straight out of the Great Cave Offensive. You can get any ability you want. And I'm not even gonna try to do this without an ability. Not like last video. Sorry, guys. That's just out of the question. And of course, if you want to create your own helper, you can do that. Actually, you know what? I might as well go ahead and get Fighter. And just use the heavy attack the entire time. I know Burnin' Leo will take damage. And here's our first, but I'll be able to deal with that. First randomly selected battle is Dynablade. We know what to do here. Duck at the beginning to avoid getting swooped down on. Duck to avoid being swooped down on here. And you're just helping me get prepared for my attack. And thank you for blocking all those projectiles so I didn't have to do that. Though I didn't have to deal with any of them. You are awesome. Now, at the end of every battle, you'll be outside of the arena. You will always have 2 randomly selected abilities that you can choose from if need be. And there are 5 Maxim Tomatoes on top of that tree. We want to use those Maxim Tomatoes sparingly, and we want to take stock of what abilities we do have, because using abilities will make stuff easier, it will make this game easier, and of course, if we die at any point, it's game over. We're going back to the very beginning of this. Also, the heads-up display at the bottom now shows enemy, or rather, boss names. So we know that this guy's name is Fatty Whale, and you just healed yourself by touching a stone while you were dying, and you turned into Rocky. You know what? I will take that. That was very smart of you to do. And I thought that would finish Raw Fatty Whale off, and that would have been fun, but sadly it didn't. This will. I so wanted the Dragon Punch finish, though. That would have been excellent. So who do we got next? You can always tell who you got next by looking at the upper right corner of the screen at the sign that says next, as well as games left. Games left shows how many opponents you have left to fight. Next we have Wispy Woods. I'm pretty sure that Double Wispy Woods has their own portrait. Don't need anything, so let's just go ahead and go into the Warp Star. And yep, it's the single battle. I will take that. And ow, I took damage after 2 battles. And okay, that did do damage. I thought it didn't. Well, that was easy. Don't really need to heal myself right away. we have the Chameleon from the Great Cave Offensive. Beam and Ninja. We might as well. Let's go. Want to avoid that attack. Thankfully, he's facing left, so I'm able to take care of that super easy. And I know that he's going to blow up. Thankfully, he stops being invisible there. But thankfully, I was able to beat him down, but man, I took a lot of damage right there. Next up is Meta Knight, which means I'm going to have to use the sword ability whether I want to or not. So much for that. I'll go ahead and make a ability out of, or rather a helper out of Knuckle Joe, why not? He'll help me about a little bit. He's helping out a little bit. I'll let him do some damage there from the sidelines. There we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get Fighter back. And I'm just going to grab a Maxim Tomatoes just to be safe. So that way, we'll be all set when we face Wham Bam Rock. I want to make sure that I can hit him with at least one strong attack whenever he brings his hand down. Just like so. I'm going to block to make sure that these things don't hit me. Those things will do damage. I want to make sure that I can grab, or rather get myself an attack there. And do a little jump off of him right there. Do a little jump kick to make sure I bounce off, and then I can position myself for what I need to do when need be. And there we go. Managed to hit that last strong attack as soon as he did the little walk through the pages like you're on the yellow pages thing. And we have the computer virus up next. Don't need sword, don't need plasma, don't need a Maxim Tomato. Don't really need a helper either. I can just go straight to the left here. I could have made a helper right there, but poo. Witch is retreating. And I need to block that ice spell. There we go. Witch is down. Now we have the evil knight to deal with his evil sword and his evil shield. I'm not making a reference to Evil Ham from Sonic Boom, sorry. Swinging the axe, but we should be able to deal with this now. I'm just gonna keep using the strong hold down the Y button attack every single time for as long as I'm using the fighter ability. Oh, there's a knife attack. I didn't show that off last time. We didn't see that. Thankfully, you can just block that like you do every other attack. And at least I can do 44 damage to this red dragon every single time. And it's a good thing I stayed back and just blocked, because I was able to block the flamethrower attack, as well as this attack, the one where he flaps his wings. Those are the same projectiles from the 8-way scratch and the Evil Knight's axe attack. Those projectiles do cause damage, though, sadly. You can destroy them, though, but I'm not sure if I'm able to destroy them all in time without taking a bunch of damage. But we did get rid of the computer virus, and now we have Krakow. I managed to find another fighter. Let's do this, shall we? That was neat how I used Knuckle Joe to kind of help me out with... Nice kick there, Knuckle Joe. About to say, I was saying, that was kind of nifty how I kind of had Knuckle Joe helping me out there. And there's that rain attack, but thankfully we were able to get another strong attack off. There's Bonkers, which means we're going to be fighting a couple of mini-bosses here. Starting with Chef Kawasaki. I don't know why I did that. That was a dumb mistake on my part. But when as we empty out the boss's health meter, and Knuckle Joe heals himself, I can't believe I have Bugsy now. Maybe I'll be able to do something. With those mini-boss battles, you have 3 mini-bosses and they all share a health bar, and when you lower that health bar down by a third, the mini-boss you're currently facing dies. Also, we can choose sleep. Why would you need to choose sleep? Also, I get to show off the helper for this one because we're going back to Nova. Oh, we don't get the helper. That's weird. So, will we still have a helper afterwards, or no? Also, I have to take a hit no matter what, which is kind of dumb. Because you know how it went the last time. I always hate that one part of the battle where you're forced to take damage just to get that last thing destroyed. But we are able to do it. I do like that heart there in the core there. I love how it spins around, and you can see it taking damage and everything, and we lost Bugsy. Also, we get DDD for this battle. This one should be easy. I probably shouldn't really need to heal for this. Nip. And I'm just taking advantage of how the invincibility frames on our good buddy DDD works. And he dies differently because we're not playing Spring Breeze. Waddle Dee. Okay. And this is clearly the hardest battle ever. If you wait long enough, he just does a super laser where he just outright destroys you no matter how much health you have. No, seriously, if you do that, if that happens, no, he just stands there and you can just wail on him. I'm kidding. I was being facetious. That battle is a lark. And now, we have Lololo and Lalala. Or just Lolo and Lala from The Adventures of Lolo. I'm going to focus on one person throughout this battle. There we go. 5 of the strong attacks. Enough to finish our buddies off here. Almost took damage. Thankfully, I didn't. Double Wispy Woods. I'll use one. Why not? Don't really need any of the abilities. I can just go through this with Fighter. And I can just get rid of the... Ow. I can just get rid of the apples by just throwing them to the side. And there's that cannon thing. We don't need anything. We don't need sleep, obviously. We don't need Cutter either. I would like to finish this off. And I can't believe I let myself get grabbed by that. Thankfully, I did not lose. And I'm going to go up here to avoid being zapped. And I'm pretty sure that if you keep attacking this cannon, It will eventually. There it goes. I told you it could go down eventually. I just didn't have the time to do it during Revenge of Meta Knight because time limit in that game. And also this enemy is called a combo cannon. I mean, it is a combination cannon. You have two cannons. And here is the core for the halberd. We don't even need an ability for this one, and I know just what to do here. Just let the laser do its work. I don't know why I'm doing that. Also, that cannon at the bottom, you can destroy that as well. I'm not even sure if you can destroy it fast enough. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I clearly won't be destroying it. Sadly, the wheelies don't come out. And sure, I'll go ahead and create another Knuckle Joe. The face heavy lobster. Do we have to go through the chase scene? We don't have to go through the chase scene. That's awesome. And I can't believe I let that happen. I should have been avoiding. And Joe, buddy, you need to get out of the way. Or you can just go ahead and try to use your invincibility frames just cause. Well, at least we were able to. Who do we got next? Really? These guys? Okay. I hope I don't die. Thank you, Knuckle Joe. That was very thoughtful of you. And now you'll turn into a Poppy Brothers Sr. Because why not? That makes sense. I'll go ahead and finish you off. And that was also... I forgot you could do that! If you let him run into you like that. And now you're here. Thankfully, we've dealt with these enemies a zillion times. Oh, you're dead! I'm about to say, what happened? And I'll just go ahead and take advantage of the fact that you're in the middle of an attack here. Let you touch him, even though you're probably not going to be of any use against Marks. Or you can just be Bird on. Sure, why not? And this is the last battle, so let's go ahead and have you become Tack. Let's go ahead and take all of the Maxim Tomatoes, because we're not going to be needing them for anything else after that. And where are you going to be? And you went up slightly. Okay, that's going to be there, that's going to be there. None of them are going to be... Okay. Now we need to do the run. Ah. Took damage, but that's alright. And we need to go up. Bird on, what are you... Well, that was actually pretty smart of Bird on to do that. Yeah, just... Sure. Nah! I didn't even mean to do the super jump. That was amazing. Of course, we're gonna lose Bird on, but you know what? I will gladly fight on in his honor. Why not? I did not even mean to do the super jump, and I just managed to just barely avoid the laser. That was impressive. And wow, Marks is making it harder for me to hit him. And no, we are not doing that. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I knew it was going to be the laser. And of course he's going to keep hitting me this way. Now, if he would just get a little bit lower, I would probably be able to hit him. Let's jump that. No. So many times no. Need to avoid that. The one time I got hit by that was pretty bad. You're gonna do that thing again. I don't know where you're gonna be. Obviously, where I'm going to stand. Not that that will matter now. You're done. And we just beat the arena in 13 minutes, 10 seconds, .83. We get a championship belt. We get a trophy. Because Japan. That's usually how it works in Japanese wrestling. I think. I don't really watch a lot of Japanese wrestling. But I know people usually get a trophy with the belt sometimes, or maybe all the time. I just know that is the thing that happens in Japan and nowhere else. Also, I'm looking at the I and N in winter, and especially the E too. And they look like they came straight off of the font used for the Nintendo logo. Maybe it's just me. Maybe they just look sort of familiar. But we have done it. We have beaten the arena. And in less time than I thought I would. And... this is interesting. We get this little picture with the note on it after we beat the arena. It's the sound test. And you have the ability to play with the shoulder buttons all 65 songs in the game, and 248 individual sound effects. That's a lot. That is a lot of music and sound effects. And you can just stay here, and then you can just press X to exit. But it's really cool to have this. You can listen to all the music in the game for as long as you want. You don't have to go into the games and play specific stages and just leave the game running. You can just go in here and listen to any song you want, as well as listen to any sound effects you want too. Interestingly enough, the jingle for when you get a treasure in the Great Cave Offensive, it's under sound effects and not music. I find that odd. So, we have now found 100% of everything in Kirby Superstar. You don't have to play Megaton Punch or Samurai Kirby. Those are just completely optional for the game. They do not count towards the 100% in any way. Those are just games that you can play with a friend. They do have 2-player modes where you can play competitively against each other. And while they aren't exactly necessary, I will show them off in the next video. And we will close Kirby Superstar out. So join me next time where we play through Megaton Punch and Samurai Kirby. And then I'll show my final thoughts on this game. So until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!